How do you make money with elections? I'm going to give you 10 quick tips. There are more than 10. You would find other tips, and other tips you'll find it in the comment section. But I just want to give you the quick 10. So the easiest one is, if you've got a camera, you can shoot video or pictures. Things that you think a mere camera, a phone camera, may not take, but you also need both just to take these pictures, a photo and video, and sell them to political parties or news media, because you'll be freelancing. Or that's number one. You just need skills there, but you can't sit home with skills and there's no job. Elections in South Africa happens almost in 2.5 years. There's always election in South Africa: the national election, the national, provincial, and the local election. So you will always have a chance to appease the political parties, and they are always growing. And you will see down here that a lot of them actually need your service. You sell clothing, merchandise. You can either design them yourself, sew them up if you need to sew, and do whatever, but you need to resell them. There are always campaigns. Even if they're not campaigns, you can go to a local shop, set up a gazebo, sell political regalia. It goes like hotcakes in around this season, because don't be caught up with loyalties. You can sell EFF, you can sell ANC in the same gazebo. You could sell MK. These things fly. You make money. If it's a shirt, if it's a golf shirt, if it's wristbands, watches, you can design things and people will buy it, because people want to put their colors to the mast. It's a good way of selling. For graduates who are sitting at home not knowing how to capitalize on this, you can write promotional pieces, speeches, promos. You could do a lot of things for these political enemies. A lot of these political structures have just mushroomed. People from the ANC, for example, have lots of experience, but they are too tired to start from the ground and sell their skills. What they can do, they could do services for new political parties and charge them. You could write and give data for research. You could do research. If you're a research graduate, you can go to political party to say, I can go and here's my research methodology. This is what I'm going to do in Hammanskraal. I'll cover these areas, and I'll draw a research for you, and this is what I'll do. Do you want it? Or you could just go and do the research and you sell it to people to say, this is how you drew up your research, and it will get you paid. You do not need to be a big company to do this, but the more you do it, the more reputable you become. We are on number 5, shuttle services and security for political parties entering new spaces. So you understand that the new political parties may not have grounding in certain places. So, for example, if someone lands on his private car, he might need to park his car. You take him on a shuttle, whether it's the president and his entourage. You take them to places that they are not known. You are local there. You know security services, whether you are a cop or you are in the security cluster. You moonlight to give this security, and you show them the way. This is where you can get people. You can make money out of that. The local CPFs, they can get money out of it. So you could bundle all of this thing. That service, you could bundle it and sell it to political parties or other people besides political parties. It could be journalists, it could be anyone, but in the election space, you'll make money there. Rent crowds, number 6, rent crowds and promote events programs. Look, a lot of township people do events, and they know how to rent crowd. They know how to gather crowds in townships. Political parties, let me just give an example. These cheese boy political parties, your Bossa, your Rice FM, most of them in regions and in certain corners, they are not blessed with people who've got political township acumen of running the streets. Maybe their leaders nationally might have that. Others may not even have the muscle to do it. So this is where you come in. You say you want to run a program. If you are in, for example, if you are in Refill or in Cullinan, if you want to navigate that space, give me that. I'll organize a minimum 100 people. Give me the t-shirts, or you can bring your t-shirts, whatever it is. Organize it. Organize gazebos, brand it so it looks nice on pictures, because you don't want to look like Cope. If I'm like, I'll show you the pictures of what Cope did, and Cope fell because of people lose confidence in the work that they do. Another quick one is on it's number 7, right? Translation and interpretation services. A political party may not have everyone as who can code switch in different political areas, and people want someone who would be able to understand. You either, like I say, translation and interpretation, those services are actually needed. Let me not bore you with the nitty-gritties of this, but it works. If you know how to do it, either you translate. Whenever he's giving a speech, you come in, or wherever it is, or wherever that political leader is and may not be fluent in the language, in the local language, but that speech needs to be given by him. You can come in there. You are good. These people would be like Bazalonis in Christian churches would know how to, off the cuff, translate and interpret very quickly, and you could make money out of that. Placards, posters, and flyers distribution. On polls, that service is very difficult to get, because the ANC is a reference point in such things. They know how to organize crowds and volunteers to run these things. Other political parties, the best you can do is just for visibility. Just hire out people to say, I've got 1,000 placards, flyers, or posters. I want this in this street, in this street. You throw a plan, you go to them and you mount them in no time. You pay your laborers very quickly. In no time, those posters are there. You could even have a contract of how to remove them. You do it, you seal it, because you've got time on your hands. And the political party, they will just need to work on the ground and do other things. You could be doing it wearing their political. It doesn't matter, whatever you guys organize, but you will make money there. The final ones, these are more workshop classes, consultants for political parties. You would see when you walk around that not all, I'm giving an example. We've got three ballots. It's very difficult to understand. It's very, very difficult. And a lot of political parties, including the ANC itself, are struggling to make sense of those 3 ballot papers and what does it mean. If you have never been in an electoral space where they are counting votes, they are counting ballots, they are doing this, it's very difficult. And some parties lose because they are sending their cadres in those contested spaces who are clueless. This is the first time they do it. You could make classes, workshops, and have mock stations on how it's supposed to work. And this, you'll see how it links to the next one. So you can work for IEC. What is the advantage there? When you work for the IEC on these seasonal things, you get to understand how the independent electoral system works from inside. And then you can come and leverage. This is the 10th and the final one. You can come and leverage on being a consultant, because lots of the work that you'll be doing, you'll be having inside information. How to follow the chain. How does it start? When do they count? How do they count? When do they declare? All of these things. Who is checked out? And how do you regulate phones? How do you blah, blah, blah? Those things are all very important. But as I said, it's a quick one. Just pick which other one you need here. But there's no need for you to be unemployed when this thing is available to you. Thank you. I hope you get something for you.